Okay, Will. What we're going to do here? This. I have Will on the line with me here. We're doing a Zoom and we're talking about how we're going to proceed to try to get this message out. We got to do something here. This is crazy. It's been years and years and years. Now, somebody wrote a couple of books about the mud fossils. Here they are. They're very nicely done, and they're by Paul Amatucci. Now, I don't know Paul. The books just showed up here at my doorstep a couple days ago, and one of them is about the titans of our world, mud fossils and the titans, and the world is a mud fossil, and they're very nicely done. And I looked it up; they're not expensive, and he gives me full credit. You know, it's very nice. You know, and I like people to. If you want to buy them, buy them. You know, a nice coffee table book. He's got pictures in here, and he talks about, you know, my theories, and you know, pretty much, you know, he's just did a nice job on it. Let's put it that way. And he covers pretty much everything that I showed. So, Will and I hopefully are going to be doing some. You know, podcasts, and where we'll be discussing certain topics. And then at some point in time, whenever, we need to get this thing elevated to a point where we have a place where people can go and see the mud fossils, like a museum or some kind of thing like that, and develop that into some form of a re-education. I mean, because that's what it's going to have to be. People are going to have to say, look, maybe the things we were taught aren't exactly correct. And, you know, I can guarantee you they're not exactly correct. So, where do we start? Well, we start by doing some podcasts and just discussing topics and things that people come up with that they're upset about, or they want to talk about, or not upset about. They're thinking about. They're curious, and you know, everything's on the table, but you have to be realistic to do discussions. You can't just say, "Oh, everything's fake" and so forth. We don't, you know, the conspiracy stuff doesn't work well in science. If you could present something with material evidence, which is what I do. And hopefully Will and I can work back and forth to, you know, have discussions about this. And then he's got some expertise, and hopefully we'll be able to do a little documentary. I think that's the intention.
Yep.
Right? You right on that one, right, Will?
Yes, sir. I approached you with the intention of creating a documentary about your amazing work. Just going to donate my skills and talent, and hopefully we can create something that's really cool for all of humanity, really. And hopefully we can make your Mudfossil University a reality someday soon.
Well, I'm good with that. That's you really we really need to reorganize the way education is delivered and the way the students can react and interact, and you create a learning experience rather, you know, than it's got to change. Let's put it that way. There's a lot. Once the mud fossils were discovered, it started to open up a very big rift between what mainstream academia was portraying as reality and what I could present as reality. And then that's when it just started. It all tumbled downhill from there. And I could see there was no appetite for discussion.
Right. And if we're going to actually make everlasting change, it's going to start with education. It has to start with education. That's a foundation for everyone's understanding and everyone's actions that they do throughout their life. And right now, our entire educational system is completely ass backwards. from kindergarten on up. You know, so I think that your work gives people a complete understanding of our reality from top to bottom. That's why I feel it's so important. It's so important to get this out there.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, and it's a shocker. There's no question about it. It's everything I have presented. I had one woman send me something. She said, "You know, I like what you do," she said, "but it's jarring," and it is. It's a shock to the system. And it's the more you've been indoctrinated, and literally indoctrinated is how the educational system works now. It's you repeat what I tell you, and then you'll get your piece of paper. If you don't repeat it, you're just not going to make it here. And the kids realize that. So I'm not kidding you. The ones that will not engage are the ones that are in the academic arena now, young, paying tons of money for that education, and they won't engage. The first words out of their mouth is, "Well, is that peer reviewed?" And I say, "No, they won't look at it." "Well, obviously, because you're an idiot." And I say, "Well, go pay your $77,000 a year to go to Yale and have them tell you to repeat page 27.
Right.
You know, I mean, anyway, I'm going to cut it short on this, but anyway, that's what Will and I are planning to do, and he's an engaging guy, easy to talk to, he's intelligent, he's got some skills that I desperately need. I just do research, that's all I do. I'm nobody special. That's it. I like it, so I do it. Now, buy these books. Buy these books. Paul Amatucci. And Paul, if you're hearing this, get a hold of me. I'd like to talk to you, brother. And you did a nice job on the books. And I think they'll be very helpful. All right, and they look nice on the coffee table. Okay, I love you all. Talk to you later. Thank you. Will, you got anything last to say, brother?
Hey, this is only the beginning, and hopefully we can get the entire community involved on this in this project. Like I said, the main goal is to really truly build a Mudfossil University and showcase all of Roger's work.
Well, that's what we're hoping for. Listen, by the way, I know this is another shocker that I came out of the closet today. I've never, there's no big reason to show my face, so I never have. But I suppose I did have now. So anyway, that's the way it works. I hope I haven't destroyed anybody's day. Okay, I'll talk to you all later. We'll make this thing work out. All right, I love you all. Bye.